So I've invited Hannah here to come and sit on my back so we can demonstrate to you some of the mechanics of turning. And Hannah, without thinking too much about it, I want you to just pretend I'm your horse and turn me right.
Okay.
Okay, so she's done what everybody does. Let's bring me back straight and see if you can do it without actually moving your feet. So turn me right again. Okay, and as you look at this, look at what has she done to her body and what's the consequence in my body. So go straight again. Turn me right again. So she's done what everybody does at this point, and she's faced her body to the right. And as she's faced her body to the right, I, as the horse, have twizzled my axis. Let's go straight again. So my bum goes that way, my shoulders go this way. Turn me right. Okay. And we've all twizzled. And just for the hell of it, turn me left. Okay, good. So now we get to swap places. So if we can change around here.
Okay.
So if you end up doing this with a friend at home, please be really careful. Hannah and I are similar sizes and weights. You're a little bit hollow-backed, that's it. You need, as the person sitting on the other person's back, to keep some weight on your feet and not give your whole weight to the person. So I'm going to reproduce what Hannah did to me, which was turn right. I've twizzled my axis that way. There's my axis straight on. Turn left. What she's done is exactly what I did. She has twizzled her axis to go with the twizzle of my axis, right? So that's not really what we want in a turn. What we want in a turn is something actually more like that. So I want to see if I can cause her to send her weight in that direction, and preferably to put her next little paw out to save herself. So we're going that way. Okay, now we got it. So I'm in a position that basically gets talked about as your outside leg behind the girth, your inside leg on the girth. It's a position I talk about as fencing lunge because my body is slightly on this axis. And within my body, I'm making a force from there to here, pretty much as if somebody pulled on my right knee, that away. And if I reverse it, I get to do that. Okay? And that, which is very different to just twizzling her. All right, so now we get to swap again.
Okay.
All right, so you need to get yourself in the position for one of the turns, so 1 foot more back than the other, which actually means one seat bone more back than the other.
Okay.
And you don't need to have that leg so far forward, but something like that. And then you're thinking of from the what we call your outside back corner here, as if somebody pulled on your knee, this knee. Can you think of that within your body? So it's kind of like a fencing lunge.
So is it going that way?
No,
It's going that way.
it's going around a circle that way.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
It's going...
More that way, that's it.
Okay.
And again. All right, and that knee's going a bit too much out there. Think of a line going that way.
It's just lunging forward.
It's lunging. That's it, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, and again.
And again.
All right, now change around. See if you can figure out how to make a lunge that goes the other way. You got it.
Okay.
That's it, and again.
And once more.
All right, and equal weight stays on each seat bone throughout, and you haven't rotated, but you have kind of made a force within your body from the outside back corner to the inside front corner. Redo, move your legs around the other way. Can you go right? You've got it. That's it. Brilliant job. Okay. One of my fellow coaches taught a guy recently, actually on a clinic in Germany, who was somewhat at sea on his rather novice all over the place horse. And she taught him bearing down, and he immediately got everything better. And she said to him, "You must do a sport or a skill. You're so good at this. You're picking it up so quickly." And he said, "No, I fly aeroplanes. I sit by my computer. I'm terrible. I do nothing." And then she taught him the dynamics of steering and our idea of like a fencing lunge. So your aim is to create a force in your body from here to here. And he got the hang of that very quickly, and his very big green gangly horse began to steer way, way better than it had. And my friend said to him, "You must have done some kind of sport before. You're picking this up so quickly, you're doing really well." And he says, "No, I'm terrible. I sit by a computer. I've got no core strength." And eventually she said, "Who's told you got no core strength?" And he said, "Well, I used to be part of a skydiving team where, you know, a team of guys jump out of an aeroplane and they do all these maneuvers of maybe joining hands in a circle and then turning over and touching their feet in the circle and rolling and this and that and the other. And the chief skydiving instructor used to tell him he had no core strength. And my colleague said to him, well, how do you turn when you're skydiving? If you have to, turn over or change in formation, how do you do it? And he said, well, you push into a firm boundary in your body in the way you want to go. So if you want to turn this way, you push firmly into your body there, and for going this way, you push firmly into your body here. To which, of course, my friend went, aha, this explains everything. So bear down is required for skydivers to stay stable, and push into here would be the same thing that you do in a turn going this way on your horse. Push into here would be the same thing you do in a turn going this way on your horse. If your body naturally does this, that's where you get to struggle, because you don't push into there. You grab into here and you shrink away and you shorten, then you give that hand and your horse falls out through its shoulder. So I thought that the way forces act within the body and the way you push into a firm boundary of the body in skydiving so mirrors riding that it was just a wonderful piece of new learning for all of us.